At this time, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker. Josh Owens is CEO of Supply Kick, a growth stage retail company located in downtown Indianapolis. And prior to taking over as CEO, Mr. Owens was an instructor of economics and statistics in the Butler University Lacey School of Business and led the successful development of multiple online courses at the undergraduate and graduate levels. And before joining the Butler University faculty, he helped grow 2 local technology startups as the Budgets and Analytics Manager at Angie's List and the Director of Business Development for One Click Ventures. Additionally, Mr. Owens worked on economic, education, and health policy issues in the U.S. House of Representatives. He earned his MSc in Economic History at the London School of Economics and BA in Economics at Wabash College. So please help me welcome Josh Owens.
Well, thank you very much for the introduction, and really nice to have everyone here. Just want to thank everyone for being here this morning and to congratulate all the businesses and individuals here today for their success over this past year. It's incredibly inspiring to look around this room and see this community and hear the stories of everyone's growth and success. It helps push me further, and it helps me want to push Supply Kick further as well. So also briefly, just thanks to the IBJ management team for inviting me to speak, and I'll try to keep it very brief today. So today, I'd like to speak about our theory of growing at Supply Kick and how we hope that may impact our wider Indianapolis community. First, it may be useful for me to just quickly explain what we do at Supply Kick. We are a retailer focused on helping brands succeed and sell more on Amazon. We provide marketing, advertising, logistics, and compliance expertise as the Amazon retail partner for brands and manufacturers across America. Effectively, Amazon is increasingly becoming a giant mall, and we are a growing retailer on that mall. So we often use growth as a descriptor. This is a room full of companies increasing in size. It is easy to celebrate growth as a descriptor, and it's important. I was just mentioning to some people at our table earlier, just last year we were seated way over there in that corner at a single table with 8 or 9 of us here. Now we've got a table of 4 or 5 people here. It's been incredibly fun to see that type of growth. And we want to be able to celebrate that. So for everyone here, congratulations on what you've been doing and the accomplishments and the success in the community. What I want to focus on today, though, is growth as a value. Growth as a value is all about the development and discovery someone gains through rapidly evolving experiences. High-growth companies like the ones in this room are really the laboratory of growth as a value. As you rapidly sell more products and work with more customers, you ask more of your team members, open more opportunities for them to be challenged, to be developed, and as a result, more of the world around us is activated. Last year, I read Strength to Love, which is Martin Luther King Jr.'s collection of sermons delivered during and after the Montgomery bus protest and his jailing. It's one of the most personally challenging books I've read and shared with Supply Kick, and so I'd like to share a little bit of thoughts around that today. It speaks to justice, to growth, and to complexity in a way that informs my personal life, my aspirations for Supply Kick and what we're trying to achieve, and my focus on civic engagement. I've returned often to a chapter that is titled On Being a Good Neighbor, and I like to think of what we're trying to do here as being good neighbors. I've been interested in the lessons of that chapter relative to what we're trying to accomplish at Supply Kick. That chapter focuses on the classic Good Samaritan story. A wounded man on a dangerous road is helped only by a third person who passes by who had no connection to that person or any reason to help that person whatsoever. Importantly, Dr. King's analysis delves deeply into the concept of altruism, devotion to the interest of others. So there's 3 brief things that he focuses on that I'll just summarize here. He describes in detail the stages of altruism. The first is universal altruism, the ability to see everyone in their own humanness. Dr. King says, quote, one of the great tragedies of man's long trek along the highway of history has been the limiting of neighborly concern to tribe, race, color, or nation. Universal altruism requires us to be engaged not just in the development of those we know, but to understand those who we don't. The second is dangerous altruism. Despite the personal dangers others believed existed in helping a wounded man along the road, the Good Samaritan reversed the question and asked, "If I do not stop to help this wounded man, what will happen to him?" Our ability collectively to lift others up is a crucial part of our roles in this community. I daily see that exhibited in the team members at Supply Kick, and it is incredibly inspiring and fulfilling for me to see. As we grow in size, we gain the opportunity to pull others into our organization, and maybe more importantly, we gain the resources to hire and help out more within our city. Quote, "In dangerous valleys and hazardous pathways, lift some bruised and beaten brother to a higher and more noble life." And finally, the third is excessive altruism. Dr. King says here, quote, "True altruism is more than the capacity to pity, it is the capacity to sympathize. But true sympathy is the personal concern that demands the giving of one's soul." I struggle with this third form of altruism, too often taking the easier step of concern and not necessarily the required step of sacrifice. We're all faced with so many opportunities to help in our community. A call for action within our communities come daily from our schools, from our neighborhoods, and from our families. I've challenged myself this year to care excessively about those around me, and through that daily habit, to hopefully create far-reaching opportunities for those I meet only in passing. So if I take those three, I want to think about this room that's full of people and purpose of our work because it fulfills our need for growth, for structure, and for stability. Supply Kick can provide many opportunities for our team members personally, but the real change comes when we collectively use that opportunity to lift others up along the way. We can do that in so many tangible ways, by setting aggressive growth targets and allowing us to hire more people and team members along the way, or creating innovative tools and processes that allow us to assist more businesses and help them grow what they're trying to achieve, or sustaining profitable success, which allows us to give charitably back within our community. But the hope that I have for our company and our team members is the creation of an outsized opportunity to lead and drive progress across all areas of our community. That the comfort of a growing organization like Supply Kick frees each of our team members to invest in their passions, their families, and their neighborhoods. That every member of Supply Kick is known for as much of their success and the opportunity they drive in the community as they are for the success they drive in their own career. Our city needs help today. While there are many successes here, too many people in our city have constrained opportunities for growth, either resulting from limited educational opportunities, lack of diversity in hiring, persistent crime and poverty in our neighborhoods, lack of investment in safe roads, and civic necessities connecting everyone within our city. The businesses and the people in this room have the capacity to drive incredible change in our city. If we are bold enough to grow not just for the sake of our own businesses and not just for the sake of our own personal development, but also for the sake of our entire community. I encourage everyone here to double down on your pursuits of growth, to lean into the fleeting moments of fear and welcome the uncomfortableness that naturally comes with creating large growth at your organizations, because doing so will allow us to more quickly lift up others as we collectively grow. Be universal in your understanding of need, be dangerous in your pursuit of growth, and be excessive in your offering of love. Congratulations to everyone in this room for your success over the past year, but please do not rest. I ask you to emphatically embrace continued growth in your businesses and your lives, to be devoted in doing so for the interest of others, because our wider community desperately needs more good neighbors and more paths towards prosperity. Thank you very much.